Hello and welcome back to a new video for the eSol purchasing system. Today we will be discussing how we can set up the vendors for our purchasing orders and how we enable them on the system so they can be processed for each year group and each department throughout the orders in the purchasing system. In order to assign the vendors and their details, we need to go to the Vendors tab and then click on Vendors. In that window, we will see a huge list containing all the known vendors and their locations, their email address, the phone, the zip code, the fax number, and the country of origin for any item or supply that we require. In order to have a close look on it, so we can either go edit inside it, and we will find the code, the country, the state, the main address, the fax, the email address, the city, the province, the zip code, and the telephone, and of course the checkbox for in use or not in use. This is the main components for how to identify the vendor. As you can see, the list of the page for the vendor list contains the standard filters, which is the in use, not in use, all records, and the amount of entries, the search bar if we're going to search, and the paging, which we can expand if we want to 50 items per example, and it will show us approximately 50 items with their country, and then we can search for Hong Kong, for example, and it will get us all the search for the vendors that are from Hong Kong. If we remove that, it will remove. In order to add this vendor to the list, or when adding a new vendor to the system if it's not available, we need just to click on new vendor and fill in the exact same details containing the country, which is searchable, like for example Egypt, or city, if we select Egypt for example, so we can discuss that, and then we can have a list of city, the Cairo or Giza, or for example let's say England. No, England is not there, so let's try and say United States of America, and in that country we can see the list of countries related, which we can try to search for New Jersey. Same applies to any other country and its cities, which is part of the main data entered in the previous data entry that we have discussed in many videos before. It is the main component for the system that identified and accordingly constitutes the partitions in each window. In this case, the window for the country. The state can be written, the province can be written, and other details, of course. Once we get that done, we make sure that is all showing in the vendor system, because accordingly, if any of the data is incorrect, the purchase order might not be processed properly. Next video, we will be discussing the purchase order and how it works within the cycle and how it applies the dynamic workflow that we discussed in previous videos. Until the next video, wish you a nice time.